I just really feel bad, so I could care less what my hair looks like. And as you can tell in all my videos, I really don't give a fuck how my hair looks. Do I care at all how I look? No, my abusers certainly never cared about me, and they caused it. Seriously. I mean, did the world ever do their responsibility that they should have done with me? Which is, especially in America. In America, where things are supposed to be right and done right, and that they're supposed to not like child molestation. It's one thing. Okay, with domestic violence, again, it depends on the situation. If it's a child and the parent, like with Joyce Meyer, her dad owed her that millionaire, let's just say 100,000, because of, and I don't care about, the dad doesn't have anything, okay? Doesn't matter. Don't care that Joyce Meyer is a millionaire. Do not care. I'm just telling the situation. Okay, he raped her from 5 to 18 years old. The mom didn't care. That's the basis of insane, narcissist, child molesters. They're just empty vessels. They have no idea what they're doing. Now, Joyce Meyer's dad did say, "What? Jesus forgives me for raping you?" And he was like, he actually told his daughter, Joyce Meyer, the truth. Okay. He did. Says, "I don't deserve it. I don't, that Jesus didn't die for me." What Joyce Meyer doesn't understand is that, yes, Jesus barely died for anyone. And maybe not even for Joyce Meyer, because she's, unfortunately, I love Joyce Meyer's life, okay, about her, with her story. She's great, okay? But is she preaching the right gospel? No, she is not. She is preaching, we can choose God. Well, guess what? You can't choose God. God chooses you, and that's in 1 Corinthians 1:26. Yeah, I mean, it's an unfortunate thing. It's very nice that Joyce Meyer's dad probably asked her for forgiveness, which doesn't, see, my forgiveness is more realer than asking someone to forgive you. It would be more like late George Carlin, reality. Oh my God, Joyce Meyer, I'm so sorry that I was that sick and possessed by lust demons, the worst kind, to rape a child, like a beautiful child like you. I'm so sorry, Joyce Meyer, that I was that sick with my child molested demons, that I raped you when you were 5, and I made you out to be a very angry, bitter young lady, and you had a child, got pregnant with the first piece of shit that came along, and Joyce Meyer, that's all my fault, and I'm so sorry. I'm your dad. And guess what? The real Jesus didn't die for me. But that would be a real apology right there. That would be a real apology. Okay? But most child molesters are in complete total denial. I mean, I'm thinking, just because Joyce Meyer said, Jesus forgave her, I'm sure communication went through her and her dad something similar to the apology I just said. But how would I know? So, Yeah. Now I lost the train of thought of my original, well, yes, God does not give you free choice like the world does. Actually, the world is just Satan's. Satan is in the air, and people get to do whatever they want. Now, there are much better people that have many more morals than other people, like child molesters or, really, really bad people. I mean, you got the worst people in the world. Okay, I'm going to tell another story. There's this poor mom, and her daughter was unfortunately, with a latchkey mom. So unfortunately, the dad was never around, but the mom worked hard as hell. In hell. She worked hard as hell to have a roof and food for her daughter. All right, now the daughter got into a really bad crowd, the worst crowd that she could have got into. And her horrifying boyfriends made her. So a boyfriend can control a poor, a little. She wouldn't be little. She'd be at least 16. Okay, so somewhere around 16, almost 20. Her really, really awful company had her kill her mom in a documentary, or attempt. It was so long ago. But the mom can't do anything with what she's given. So, in my opinion, I'm really mad at every single church because they don't do a thing. Atheists do more because atheists don't judge. They just, they're more realer. It's just people don't care. Atheists don't care. Now, if the church would step up and actually say that they don't care, hooray for them. They don't. They're not real. Like the atheist is real. That's why I love atheists. God would rather you be hot or cold, like a beautiful atheist. But because you're disgustingly lukewarm, he spits you out of your mouth because you're a fake Jesus person. Amen. That's the truth. That's in Revelation. That's the only revelations in the Bible that's worthwhile. But there's also a verse that a Jehovah's Witness, I'm yelling at the Jehovah's Witnesses, you live in hell. And they're like, yeah, you do. What? They take it back. What did you say? Usually, why would you agree with me? Whoa! Then I had to have a conversation with the Jehovah's Witnesses. So one of the verses in Revelations is 21. God will wipe away every tear, and nothing will be remembered. Well, fine, then, my life on earth is not remembered. But if for some reason I live for eternity, which is what my Bible states, then I won't remember my boys, who mean everything to me, which is the way it should be for a mom. A good mom who had children should actually love them and do everything in her power to help them out. Now, there's very few men that actually are good and care. There's some men that pretend. There's too many. I knew one. He was a skydiver. And he said all his girlfriends were crazier than hell. Well, guess what? He slept with anybody he wanted. wanted to. He thought he could get away with. So whatever. He's an awful, awful, awful person. Is this my friend? No. Okay, somebody else. Okay.